Hey there everyone, how's it going? Daniel Weiss with an arpeggio scale interval kind of lesson today. And what we're going to talk about is how you can start approaching the guitar in an intervallic kind of perspective while you're working on your arpeggios and your scales. For example, in this case, we're going to play this F Lydian scale. Right away you can see that I started utilizing different structures over that scale. And let me explain to you how these beautiful sounds occur. What I'm seeing over here is the F Lydian scale I just played, which can be any scale. I just saw that over one string. For example, this can be the C major scale or the F Lydian scale, same thing, right? And I make sure that I can see that on each string. And then I can start utilizing different intervals. For example, the interval of a second, which looks like this between two strings and like this on one string. If I move that diatonically, meaning only using the notes from the scale, I get this. Now what I wanted to add in there to add some sweetness is the interval of a 6, or if you're looking at it from the bottom note, it will be the interval of a 7. You can see that the interval of a 7 is very dense. It's just a minor second below, in this case, minor second below the octave. So this is an octave and this is a major 7. I get this structure, a second and a 6. Right? And I can start moving that diatonically now, and I get this. And what is so cool about that is if you start inviting your scales, your scale movement into those structures, you start getting really interesting sounds. For example, this. Or this. And if you also start associating different diatonic arpeggios to that, you're really getting a more musical structure to start working with. For example, I see this, and I can play my F major 7 arpeggio right over there. If I play this, I can see my E minor arpeggio right over there. I can play this, and then see my D minor. Of course, you can learn all of these in a very structured way if you check out my Galactic Modern Guitar course. The link is in the description of this video. Now, another cool way of approaching these kind of stuff is looking at scales that are not derived from the major tonality. For example, melodic minor modes. So if I take, let's say, I don't know, a G melodic minor mode, and I can see that I have, can also be called the F sharp altered, but that's another topic. If I learn that scale on each one of the different strings, this is the first string, second string, etc. I can use the same exact structure of the voicing that I just showed you on this scale as well. In fact, you can do this with any scale you learn, and this starts bringing you into the kind of like flow, harmonic flow, motive development flow that you're looking for, which is more associated to storytelling in music. And that is because you're looking at things in a very structured way within a scale. In this case, we're utilizing intervals, right? So we just did that, right, that kind of structure, but now we're going to do it over the G melodic minor scale. You see, this is a second and this is a 6. Now if I move that diatonically, this is it, right? Then I have this, then I have this, and this, and this. Let's do it again. Now if I start associating the scale to this, the G melodic scale is gonna run through this voicing. Here we go. That's a beautiful one. You see how you're starting to get beautiful sounds? Now if I'm going to associate some melodic minor arpeggios into that, I'm also going to study the diatonics of that scale. So, for this example I can play the first degree, which is a G melodic minor, minor major 7 arpeggio. Then if I go over here, right, then I can associate the minor 7 flat 5 one. Right, then if I play over here, minor 7 flat 5 as well. Play it over here, a dominant 7. It's D7. Then over here, C7. And then over here, we get the augmented major 7 arpeggio, B flat, augmented major 7. So that's a really cool way to start approaching any scale you learn. Associate an intervallic built voicing, start associating the scale movements into that voicing, and also associate a specific arpeggio that is building you a 7th arpeggio diatonic degree. There you have it. If you want a very structured way about learning this kind of awareness and mapping out the entire fretboard, having 15 modules with all the videos you need, all the guidance and resources you need, I invite you to check a very cool program I created called the Galactic Modern Guitar Series, and you can do that in the link in the description of this video. Have a wonderful day, enjoy music, stay inspired, and if you want to check out a cool video about melodic minor, make sure to click right over here. Here we go. Check it out, and I'll see you soon.